Hi students, how are you? I hope all are fine and doing good. Stay at home and be safe. Eat healthy food. Avoid going out of your house. Take a bath twice a day. Drink lot of water. Wash your hands frequently. Today we are going to see grade 8 English subject, Unit 4, Prose 4. My Reminiscence. Written by Rabindranath Tagore. Prose 4. My Reminiscence, written by Rabindranath Tagore. It is about the natural things. It is about the natural things. What all the natural things he had seen in his yearlyhood. In his yearlyhood. That's what we are going to see in this lesson. Listen to the teacher and read the section. When I returned home from the outset of my second voyage to England, my brother Jodhindra and sister-in-law were living in a riverside villa at Chandarnakur, and there I went to stay with them. Okay, yeah. First, in the first para, what they are telling, Tagore returned home from the outset of his second voyage to England. Okay, yeah. Tagore returned home from the outset of his second voyage to England. England போறவள்ள எங்க வர்றாங்க? He returned home. His brother Jodhindra lived in a riverside villa at Chandarnakur in West Bengal. Tagore went there to stay with them. Okay, yeah. The Ganges again those ineffable days and night languid with joy, sad with longing, attuned to the plaintive babbling of the river along the cool shade of wooded banks. This Bengal sky full of light, this south breeze, this flow of river, this right royal laziness, the broad lesser stretching from horizon to horizon and from the green earth to blue sky, all these were to me as food and drink to the hungry and thirsty. Here it felt indeed like home, and in these I recognized the ministration of a mother. Okay, in this paragraph, what the Tagore is telling, with a sad longing, Tagore recaptured his incredible days spent joyfully along the wooded banks of the river Ganges. The bright sky, breeze flow of the river, it stretched from horizon to horizon, generally greenery, all were the food and drink of the hungry and thirsty soul of the author. இதில் வந்து என்ன சொல்கிறாரு அப்படின்னா, இது வந்து இந்த பேராவில் வந்து அவர் அந்த இளமை காலத்தில் அந்த கங்கையில் போகும்போது என்னெல்லாம் என்ஜாய் பண்ணார், வாட் ஆல் த திங்ஸ் ஹி ஹேஸ் சீன், தட்ஸ் வாட் ஹி இஸ் எக்ஸ்பிளைனிங் in this paragraph. That was not so very long ago, and yet time has wrought many changes. Our little riverside nest, clustering under their surrounding greenery, have been replaced by mills which now, dragon-like everywhere, rear his hissing heads, pledging forth black smoke in the midway glare of modern life. Even our hours of mental siesta have been narrowed down to the lowest limit, and Hydra-headed unrest has invaded every department of life. Maybe this is for the better, but I, for one, cannot account it wholly to the good. In this paragraph, what the author is noticing. The author is noticed many changes when he visited the Ganges after long time. Okay, yeah. In the first paragraph, he explained what all the things he has seen in his early childhood. Okay, yeah. When he goes to school like that. But now, after so many changes has come, the greenery had been replaced by huge noisy mills emitting smoke. Okay, yeah. On the riverside, there were huge mills. This might be for good, but the author could not agree on it. Maybe the mill has developed, it is good for one kind of thing, but he is not agreeing that. These lovely days of mine at the riverside passed by like so many dedicated lotus blossoming floating down the sacred stream. Some rainy afternoons I spent in veritable frenzy, singing away old Vaishnava songs to my own tunes, accompanying myself on a harmonium. On other afternoons, we would drift along in a boat, my brother Jodhindra accompanying my singing with his violin. And as beginning with the Puravai, we went on varying the mode of our music. With the declining day, we saw on reaching the Baha, the western sky close to the doors of his factory of golden toys, and the moon and the east rise over the fringe of trees. In this paragraph, what the author is telling now, the author spent his afternoon when he was going in his early wood. He spent his afternoon at the riverside singing song to his own tunes. He is preparing the tune by own and playing the harmonium. Sometimes he sailed in the boat singing song with his brother, playing the violin. Then we would now row back to the landing steps of the villa and seat ourselves on a quilt spread on the terrace facing the river. By then, the silvery peace rested on both land and water. Hardly any boats were about. The branch of trees on the bank were reduced to deep shadow, and the moonlight glimmered over the smooth flowing stream. In this paragraph, what the author is telling now? At night, Tagore sat on a terrace facing the river. He viewed the river, reflecting the moonlight, dark trees bordering the river banks, and a silver streak separating the land and water. These are the things he is seeing through the terrace. Okay. The villa we were living was known as Moran's Garden. A flight of stone flagged steps led up from the water to a long, broad veranda which formed part of a house. The rooms were not regularly arranged, nor all the same level, and some had to be reached by short flights of stairs. The big sitting room overlooking the landing steps had stained glass windows with colored pictures. Okay, in this paragraph, what the author is describing about his house. Tagore described his villa. Villa means his house. Moran's garden. It had stone stairs leading to the broad veranda. The veranda is broad veranda. The rooms were not on the same level and not regularly arranged. The big sitting room facing the landing steps had stained glass window with colored pictures. Okay, next one of the picture was the swing hanging from the branch of half hidden in the dense foliage, and the checkered light and shade of his bower. Two persons were swinging, and there was another of a broad flight of steps leading into the some castle-like palace, up and down, which men and women in festive hop were going and coming. When the light fell on the windows, these pictures shone wonderfully, seeming to fill the riverside atmosphere with holiday music. Some faraway, long forgotten revelry seemed to be expressing itself in silent words of light. The love thrills of the swinging couple making alive with their eternal story the woodlands of their river bank. One picture had about he is describing about his house, what all the things he has. One picture had swing hanging from the dense branch of a couple on it. The other picture had people walking on the stair, cheese leading to the hostel, like palace in the grand dresses. When the light fell on the glass pictures, it made the scene alive. Okay. Next, the topmost room of the house was in round tower and the windows opening to every side. This is used as my room for writing poetry. Nothing would be seen for thence save the tops of the surrounding trees and the open sky. I was then busy with the evening songs, and of this room I wrote. Tagore's room was, he says, explaining about his room. Okay, Tagore's room was in a round tower on the top with windows around viewing the tree tops and sky. Tagore wrote his famous poem from this room. Okay, there where in the breast of limitless space clouds are laid to sleep. I have built my house for thee, O Boise. Like this, his house was like that. He is explaining his what all the past things he had explained, he has experienced in his earlyhood. That's what we have seen in this prose. Okay, now we are going to see about clipped words. Clipped words is the word formation, past, which consists in the reduction of a word to one of the parts. These words are called clipped word. For example, advertisement, ad, automobile, auto. Like that we have examination, exam, fanatic, fan, gasoline, gas, gymnasium, gym. Like that influenza, flu, laboratory, lab, mathematics, math. Okay, yeah, like that in the short form we are writing. Aeroplane, plane. Find the clipped words for the following: aeroplane, plane; microphone, mic; exhibition, expo; kilogram, kilo; cafeteria, coffee. Find the use of the clipped word in your own sentence. Photograph means photo, gymnasium means gym, luncheon means lunch, advertisement means ad, zoological park means zoo. I have taken the photo. I went for gym. Okay, like that we have to write the own sentences. Next we are going to see the blends. A blend word is formed from the parts of two or more other words. Binary plus digit, bit. Breakfast plus lunch, brunch. Camera plus recorder, camcorder. Okay, yeah. Electro plus execute, electrocute. Electronic plus mail, email. Like that. In the short form we are writing two or more words. In the short form we are writing international plus police, Indropol. Helicopter plus pad, helipad. Motor plus hotel, motel. Education plus satellite, edusat. Electronic plus commerce, e-commerce. Okay, yeah. And the next use the blended words in your own sentence. That words we have to frame it. Next we are going to see about idioms. Idiom is an expression or word or phrase that has a figurative meaning conventionally understood by native speaker. ஓகே, அந்த இடியம்ஸில் பார்த்தோம்னா அதோட ஓன் மீனிங் வந்து வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். வேர்ட்ஸை டெப்ரேஷன் பண்ணால் வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஆனால் அதோட ஹிடன் மீனிங் வந்து வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், கிக் த பக்கெட். நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? பக்கெட்டை உத அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். அது இல்லை, தட் இஸ் நாட் த மீனிங். The meaning of the expression is different from the literal meaning or definition of the word of which is made. The meaning is figuratively to die. அதோட மீனிங் என்னது? To die. Next, bad egg. That means a dishonest or ill-behaved person. A piece of cake, the task that can be accomplished very easily. Next, a couch potato, an idle person, a smart cookie, a clever person, bread and butter, the necessities, big cheese, an important person. Sports item means the ball is in your court. That means it is your turn to take a decision. The ball is in your court means it is your turn to take a decision. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell by a last minute invention. Okay, yeah. To strike out means the ball, the fail at something. Jump for joy, happy. On the ball. Fully aware of the control of the situation. Front runner. Expected to win or succeed. Next வந்து number idioms. On cloud mine. 9. Blissfully happy. At sixes and sevens, confused or in a set of disorder. One horse town, very small town or village. Take 5, take a short break. Seventh heaven, very happy about something. Perfect 10, completely perfect. Caught red-handed, to catch someone in the act of being something. அதாவது யாராவது வந்து காட் ரெட் ஹேண்டட்னா இப்போ ஒரு தீஃப் வந்து திருடனை கேட்ச் பண்ணும்போது என்னது, கரெக்டாக மாட்டிக்கிட்டோம், சரியாக மாட்டிக்கிட்டோம்னு சொல்லுவோம்ல, அது மாதிரி. பிளாக் ஷிப், டு பி த அவுட்காஸ்ட், ஆட் ஒன் அவுட். பிளாக் ஷிப் மீன்ஸ் என்னது, கூட்டத்தில் ஒருத்தன் வந்து தவறானவனாக இருக்கிறது. ஓகேயா. நெக்ஸ்ட்டு வந்து அனிமல் இடியம்ஸ். அட் எ ஸ்னெயில்ஸ் பீஸ், மூவிங் வெரி ஸ்லோலி. லெட் த கேட் அவுட் ஆஃப் த பேக், ரிவீல் த சீக்ரெட், உண்மையை சொல்கிறது. The lion's share, the biggest part. Fish out of water, very comfortable. Watch like a hawk, watching carefully. Mad of hermit, extremely angry. Okay, yeah. Listen the class and you have to match the meanings of the following idioms, filling the blanks with the meanings of the following idioms. That means here they have given the answer, you have to choose and write it. Thank you, children. In this lesson, we saw about Rabindranath Tagore's past, what all the things he has enjoyed in his earlyhood while he is going by the river, what all the things he had enjoyed, that's what we have seen. And again we have seen that clipped words, blended words and the idioms and meanings. Idioms, what is idioms and its meaning we have seen. Watch the video and complete the exercise. Thank you children.